neither of us wants to do something unless on some level it scares the shit out of us. Like that, it has to be there. That has to be the fuel. Like he has to be like, I don't know if I can play this part, and obsess over it.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Bloomberg, writing for movies in Sweden.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, it's an honor getting to speak with you. I've
Thanks.
read your books and seen movie adaptations of your books for many years now.
Thank you.
So it's nice to finally get to speak. And I finished the last episode of this of Smoke this Sunday, so I still have it pretty fresh in my mind.
Oh, great.
Really liked what I got to see there as well. So my first question kind of is, knowing that, well, it's loosely based on John Leonard, or
Yeah.
in the story about him, but kind of creating the rest of the story around that. How you went about doing that, and what you felt were the most important parts that you kind of wanted to put in there.
Well, Carrie Antholis, who created the podcast, he brought the show to me, and I listened to the podcast, and then I said, well, I like some of the details, like how some of the fires were done, like the cigarette with the coin and the matches. And I like that. And I love the pathology of this guy. I love that this guy saw himself as a hero arson investigator chasing a serial arsonist, the villain, and yet he was both guys. And then he was running around writing a book about it, and he was trying to sell that book. And then in that book were all these details of fires that only the arsonists of the actual fires could know. And I just thought that level of denial, that those it was almost like there were levels of denial, like elevator floors of denial, was to me fascinating. And so what I said to Carrie is, if you want me to do this, I'm going to use it as a jumping off point, as a springboard. I'm not going to adapt Firebug, which the story of Firebug didn't really interest me beyond that. It was just the pathology of Orr and some of the ways he set fires.
Yeah, and you introduce Journey as Michelle, and a bunch of other characters on this show that are all flawed in many ways.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something that we see in your books as well, and many other things that you've done. What is it that you kind of find interesting in writing outsiders, if I can put it as that?
Well, I grew up an outsider. I mean, if you grew up at working class, you're an outsider. And there's so many parts of society that are closed off to you that you can't get to. You can see them. You can look through the glass and see them, but you can't get to the other side of that glass. And I always identify with outsiders. And as for people, I don't know too many heroes, and I don't know too many villains. I just know a lot of messy human beings. And in the mess, for me, is what's interesting. It's drama. It's story. Lies in the mess of us, not in these rare instances of either great good or great evil. I feel like it's all in the middle.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, you're also going to adapt your own book, Small Mercies, and that would be the first time that you do something entirely of your own, and not having like someone like Clint Eastwood or Martin Scorsese come in and adapt your thing, or you taking something else and adapting it.
No, I did do
This,
the drop. So that was
oh,
mine. But I didn't direct it or anything like that. And I didn't produce it. So, but I did write the screenplay, and what showed up on the screen was 100% me in terms of the writing. But yeah, I like this opportunity to be able with Small Mercies, because Small Mercies was such a personal book for me. That I just didn't want anybody involved in the adaptation. I didn't want anybody to have anything to do with it that didn't come through me. It's just the one that I wanted to protect. So that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that as well, especially now having seen both Blackbird and Smoke on if being made with Apple, as well as Small Mercies will be. So a final thing before we just because I think I only have 1 minute left now.
Okay.
I just wanted to know about working with Taron, since you've done that twice now, and how important he is for this show.
Oh, he's just a great creative partner. He and I have we have a nice you know common language now between the two of us. Quick shorthand. He is he comes at his roles the same way I come at my projects. Neither of us wants to do something unless on some level it scares the shit out of us. Like that, it has to be there. That has to be the fuel. Like he has to be like, I don't know if I can play this part, and obsess over it. And I have to be like, I don't know if I can. I mean, when I started to really dive into Smoke, I was like, we're going to go crazy. I said to the writers, I said, we're just going to go absolutely. We're going to embrace the chaos of this project and see what happens. That's scary. That's a little scary. That's like walking tightrope without a net. And I embrace that because it brings out something in me. It brings out something really good. Whereas if I know where I'm going and I know that what I'm writing is safe, I think I become a very boring writer. I really do. So that's that's why I think me and Taron work so well together.
That's really good to hear, and it's a really explosive finale for sure.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So thanks a lot for taking the time to speak with me today, and best of luck with the premiere.
Thank you very much
of the show. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks so much. Cheers.
Bye.